one-year terms as governor and also served on the Virginia state legislature. After the war, Henry again served as governor for Virginia and on the state legislature. He argued against the initial version of the U.S. Constitution. He did not want it passed without the Bill of Rights. Through his arguments, the Bill of Rights were amended to the Constitution. Henry retired to his plantation at Red Hill. He died of stomach cancer in 1799. Famous Patrick Henry quotes, "I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me
liberty or give me death.
I know of no way of judging the future but by the past. I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided, and that is the lamp of experience. If this be treason, make the most of it." Some interesting facts about Patrick Henry. His first wife, Sarah, died in 1775. They had 6 children together before she died in 1775. He married Doretha Danridge, cousin of Martha Washington, in 1777. They had 11 children together. He was busy. No television. The Hanover County Courthouse, where Patrick Henry argued the Parsons case, is still an active courthouse. This is the 3rd oldest active courthouse in the United States. Although he called slavery an abominable practice destructive to liberty, he still owned over 60 slaves on his plantation. He was against the Constitution because he was concerned that the office of president would become a monarchy. He was elected governor of Virginia again in 1796, but declined. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Patrick Henry. Give him a round of applause. Our final patriot that we are highlighting this afternoon is Benjamin Franklin. We have a tall Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was born into a large family. He was the 15th child of 17 children in the family. His father, Josiah, was a candle maker. Benjamin helped him make candles and soap. His father wanted him to take over the family business when he grew up, but he wasn't interested. To help, Ben decided on a career. Josiah took him on long walks around Boston so he could observe men doing work of their trade. Benjamin learned how to do many things during these excursions, but he didn't want to pursue any of these trades. When Ben was 12 years old, his father apprenticed him to his older brother. That's just lightning. You know, he attracts lightning. He had a key in his pocket. When Ben was 12 years old, his father apprenticed him to his older brother, James, who was a printer. Ben had to sign articles of indenture, a contract that bound him to work for James for 9 years until he was 21 years old. He worked 12 hours a day in the printing shop, but still found time to educate himself. Though he had only 2 years of formal schooling, he taught himself foreign languages and read books on grammar, science, and math. Ben wrote letters to the editor of the newspaper, his brother, and signed them Silence Do Good. People enjoyed reading the letters, but James became angry and stopped printing them when he found out his younger brother had been writing them and signing a fictitious name. James got into trouble and was imprisoned. He was told that he could no longer publish the newspaper. He decided he would have Ben publish the paper for him, even though it was illegal because Ben was his apprentice. He told Ben he would tear up his contract if he would publish the newspapers while he was in prison. So Ben published the newspaper. Later, James tried to hold him to the original articles of indenture, but he failed because the authorities would find out he had illegally put Ben in charge of the paper. So James could not write a new contract binding Ben to him. The two brothers fought constantly. Finally, Ben ran away and went to Philadelphia. He started his own successful printing business and published a newspaper, the Pennsylvania Gazette, for many years. He was most famous for Poor Richard's Almanac, which he published for 25 years. People frequently quoted from his sayings such as, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and a penny saved is a penny." Ben followed this rule all his life and accomplished more than most men of his time. He was able to get the cooperation of people by giving credit for ideas and others rather than taking credit himself. He started the Junto Club where people could come together to exchange ideas. As a result of these meetings, he started the first library in America, the first volunteer fire department in Philadelphia, the first hospital in Pennsylvania, They appointed him postmaster, and he created a working postal system. He even created the dead letter office. He invented bifocal glasses. Show me your glasses, Ben. So he could not have to switch glasses when looking at things far away up close. He invented the lightning rod to protect people's homes from being destroyed by lightning. He invented the Franklin stove, which provided better heat for their homes. He refused to patent the Franklin stove and the lightning rod because he thought more people would benefit from inventions than if he did not patent them. He proved that lightning and electricity are the same thing, using a kite, string, and key in a thunderstorm. His experiments earned him fame. He was also awarded honorary degrees from Harvard and Yale, even though he lacked formal schooling. He made studies of the Gulf Stream while on voyages across the Atlantic. He started the University of Pennsylvania. He served as a diplomat to France and spent about 10 years away from his family to further the cause of American independence. The people of France loved him dearly and honored him in many ways. He helped to write the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. He also worked to put an end to slavery in America long before others took up the cause. Some say when he died in 1790, the whole civilized world went into mourning. 20,000 people honored him at his funeral in Philadelphia. People still visit his grave today and throw pennies on his headstone. Every year, $6,000 worth of pennies are collected and given in his honor to help the poor. Thank you, Mr. Ben Franklin. Okay, this concludes our history portion of the program. We have 3 songs that will be sung by Alan Rhodes and Paul Wyckoff, our newly formed men's choir, under the direction of Alan.
Well, everybody standing, you all can join in with this song. I believe everybody know it. It's a great pleasure for all of you to be here. We only here because of one thing, amazing grace. We're going to sing, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the lifting sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Let it sound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of faith that the dark